Did someone say God?
Welcome to XG64. To introduce us tonight, Shane would like to take the role. Shane,
Say, hand me the roll, or hand me the notes.
finish the intro.
Come on. I need...
Huh?
We're rolling. Finish the intro.
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier, and we're back in another episode of the Skies of Excordia. Coming up first, we have our previous DM who has now stepped down and given me the controller. We have Connor, played by Connor.
Yeah.
Then we have Caiaphas Cairn, played by Pyro, our local cleric.
You know, given how scuffed the YouTube system is, I wouldn't be surprised if this one actually gets more views since you did a Markiplier impression.
And then we have our very aggravated local warlock, and Darryl Morgan, played by the very aggravated local man, Norvin.
Hello.
Then we have the brains of the operation, the big man with the tech. We have Silver, played by Tristan.
Wait, I'm smart.
And then we have me, the now new DM, and running the Berserker Barbarian Lawnmower, playing Morgana. Name is Shane. Just kidding, it's Markiplier. And then we have Zonkiri, the dead, the Lich King himself, played by Fergus.
Does the ephemeral sound of an annoying gnat sound different to anyone else tonight?
Well,
Thank you for that, Mark. Last we left off, the party made their way back to Solus. They had confirmed the kill on the representative and spent some time unwinding and recovering from the siege in Limbo. Additionally, there was a little bit of fun had at a local golfing tournament. The party entered, was assigned Team Purple, and Violet Protocol took it all the way home, winning a Belt of Giant Strength and a trophy.
Hill Giant.
Yeah, well, Belt of Giant Strength, parentheses, Hill. Then, as the party was starting to trek towards the ship to return home, they realized they were in the neighborhood of the Grove, where Melphite lives. Without any pressing matters forcing them to rush towards some objective, they thought it would be nice to take a detour, take a scenic route, go meet up with him after he'd been released, and see what this grove that they'd heard so much about is actually like. As they ventured into the grove, Melphite took them around and showed them different points of interest, places where he slept, old monuments, and romping grounds of Malira. One particularly moving place, Morgana found the petrified visage of the mother of the grove. Melphite had explained to her that the grief of losing Malira had turned her to stone, and that she's working through it still. That eventually she'll regain the physical form, but for now, you can just feel her in the air and in the grass. Shortly after that, Melphite gave you all the freedom to run around and change things as you felt you needed to enjoy it, and that you were always welcome. But he had some errands to do, and so he was going to run off and do them and leave you all in Morgana's care. While you all were finishing up your duties, Morgana began to act upset, akin to someone with a upset stomach or an ulcer, heartburn, something. I did the bad thing and I read chat and I emptied my train of thought. 5 long rests at Larry's just full deleted the whole thought I had.
It's like reading that fucking deep speak.
And that is how you deal psychic damage.
Aborted.
I was doing so good of a recap too. It was like one of the better ones I'd done, and I look over and I see 5 long-wristed Larrys, and he's like, and pull the plug. Morgana began to act erratically, and we pick up, as you will see, arcs of purple energy start to trail out from between the seams of her armor plates. Let me pull up the watch together and cue up the music,
Just
actually, before...
interpose myself here. This is gonna be. Oh no, actually no, I don't want to be that close. Sorry, sorry, Andy. Gonna spend some more of your 9 lives bullshit.
I mean, feel free to stand wherever. This is less of a battle map and more of just a conceptual map. I left the grid on as I put your tokens there because it still kind of gives you a
Alright.
bit of scale of the place.
I'll just move to my cover zone.
Mm-hmm. Give me 1 second as it's taking Watch Together a minute to load, and I forgot.
I mean, I'll be honest, Andy would have been closer than
Yeah.
probably anyone.
Yeah. I just didn't want to push you into melee. I wanted that to be your choice.
I mean, it's where she would be standing.
Yeah. Close. Watch Together.
I mean, is it pretty clear that she's about to attack us?
No,
See a
time's
box-
still frozen.
You see a boss bar forming above our head. You start hearing
Let's see.
fire.
Give me 1 second. 1 second. Don't say one, Norman. I know you're fighting every urge in you. Alright. I thought we had a tense music playlist.
I mean, probably in dark. There's no tense specific.
That's fair.
It's... Yeah.
Because I was looking at a certain track earlier today, but it had some... Well, I'll tell you explicitly, there was a dolphin noise in the background of it that ruined the whole thing.
That's amazing. I have no idea if it's perfect for like tenseness and then just in the back.
It was extremely fitting for the situation, and then it was just... I was just like, what? No!
You can't do this to me. I built this company. You know how much I sacrificed?
I'll drop the link to it if you all want, but it was basically just a instrumental version of Toxic Love from Fern Gully. They'd taken the vocals out, but there was just a random, like, dolphin noise in the background. I don't know why there was a dolphin in the rainforest to begin with.
Approved.
It might have been some vocals they got fucked with.
Most likely, but I was pissed. I was like, damn. I was originally going to do a metal cover of the instrumental version. This is also me waffling while I try and find one of the right vibe.
I'm back. What did I miss?
Nothing at all. Perfect.
Connor having a meltdown. The usual.
This will work. As you see that arcing energy, as time is resuming, start to fall out of Morgana, I need a Constitution save from you, Barbarian, to see how bad this next thing is.
Uh-oh. Say Constitution?
Yep.
About 20.
So it only lands at your feet. Yep, feel free to go ahead and move the Shield Guardian to wherever you had him.
I don't have control of the Shield Guardian, by the way. I can drag it out, but I can't control it.
How do you fix
Give
that
it-
again?
Just give them control in the sheet.
Curious. Anyway, that should be fixed now.
I think we have to drag out a new one. There you go.
I gave it to all players.
Yeah.
That's normally going to do with your all summons. As you see, Morgana, much like a person throwing up at a music festival, belches out this viscous pink sludge. Like this neon, unnatural bile falls out of her mouth at her feet, and you see it bubble and singe and soak into the ground. As you see it continues to leak out of the corners of her mouth, and her eyes start to flicker purple. Morgana, you are consciously yourself. You have no change in your emotional state or processing. You just have just thrown up radioactive waste. As
All
you're
right.
as you're stammering there, you have a brief moment to talk before I need another save.
What the fuck? Ugh. Sorry, Justin showing me something.
That is exactly what Morgana said. What the fuck? Ew.
Morgana will probably first instinct is to take the axe off her back and chuck it.
And Daryl, I need a Constitution save from you for touching Morgana. Alright, you'll take half damage.
She's used to worse radiation.
Okay, you'll take 6 acid
Oh.
damage. As just touching her back, you suddenly see that ooze start to leak out from between her shoulder blades, and it trails onto your hands.
What the fuck?
Oh, did you blow a gasket or something?
She's leaking.
Another save, please. From Morgana.
Acidic liquid.
Alright. I'm going to say you go ahead and spend your action to wipe it off, because it does stick.
Do that hand fling thing.
Yeah. We'll say it landed on your synthetic one, and you just kind of flick it down, rub it on the grass, and pick it up. This time, Morgana, would you like to hold it in? It will raise the DC, but there will be no other effects of whatever. You won't continue to spread the sludge.
She'll hold it in, I guess. And then she will check her systems to see if anything is flaring.
Give me a general intelligence check then, to just kind of audit yourself.
Oh god, I realized what's going on.
Or
She's pregnant, isn't she?
you don't know. You know what? Actually, wisdom might be better, because this is kind of just an introspection check. Yep.
Ooh, let's go.
You have so many error messages popping up that you're unable to catch anything that's going on. I'm going to say it is your action on your turn to try and hold in and catch as much of the sludge as you can. The other 3 of you will notice in the spot where she did throw this ooze up, the ground has seared this charcoal black in the grass, and you see these small pink luminescent shards sticking up out of the ground.
I have space cancer.
Karen, you would notice that it is also slowly spreading from the spot where she threw it up. He's gone. He left the grove. He went to the material to do errands.
Shit! Wait, hang on. Sending.
Do we recognize what this is?
You can give me a engineering or nature check.
In lieu of that, how long ago did Melfight leave?
15 minutes.
He's fast if he hauls ass. Can
Yeah.
I, in lieu of a check, do a quick sending? Your sister's malfunctioning. Hurry back here.
Yeah, it makes it.
Yeah.
You get a response. I'm on my way.
All right, and then I'll just chalk off the 3rd level slot. There we go.
Silver, since you hadn't done anything, I'm going to say you notice that the sky is starting to get stormy, where it was previously clear and sort of utopian and paradisey.
Can one of them collect it and stop it from spreading?
Let me answer his engineering check real quick.
I rolled a 24.
Yes, that's what I was going to give him the results for that. Thank you. You recognize the consistency of it, Zunkiri, as it's much like that green birth fluid you've seen leak out of her before. That's an awful sentence. I hate that I said it.
She is pregnant.
This has the same sort of It seems like it's the same material, but there's something wrong with it. With the 24, it feels mutagenic and unnatural. And it has that same coloration as when she goes into Violence Protocol. But you all have never seen any like Violence Protocol pneumatic system or anything that has this sort of fluid in it. And there's a lot of it starting to leak out of her. Now it's down to her fingertips, halfway down her sternum. Just she's scooping up what she can and just kind of keeping it pressed against her to try and drip as little as possible. But where it's hit this natural space, the grass and bugs below it, they seem warped and altered.
It's only really interacting with natural things.
So far,
Do I
And
notice
burning your hand.
I'll say it's communicated to you that it's some sort of mutagenic ooze. I'd say it would take some sort of check of your own or your own focus on it to realize that it was only affecting living things at the moment.
that? What would I need to roll for that?
Engineering or nature as well. Yeah, you clock the same thing that it's. You notice when you wiped it off with your synthetic hand, you could just kind of flick it off, and there was no after mutation on the real one. Or excuse me, on the prosthetic hand, there was no warping, and you just have the slight tingling still on the other hand from it. So you gather
All right.
it's some sort of organic.
Using not my intelligence, but her intelligence of 20, does she think it's a good idea to just eject Morgana into the gym
The
to
gem.
prevent the shit from spreading?
Probably her genie thing.
Oh, that'd be a good idea. You think?
You will do so.
All right, give me another con save for touching her to bring her into the ring. Okay.
Wait, can he just use his synthetic hand? Or can't she?
There's still acid damage,
Okay.
as it is.
You will use her prosthetic arm.
You'll still roll for the You'll
Yeah.
still save for it, but
I did not save.
right. So you take 8 acid damage.
I take 4 acid damage.
You're
Thank you, Shield Guardian.
nice.
And he regains 10 health every turn, so I'm not going to bother giving it to him.
Hell yeah.
That's a beef.
As you grab her, and do you say anything before you enter the ring to your party members?
Just kind of look at Zankiri and Silver and figure this out.
And the ring kind of sits in the grass in one of the unmutated spots.
Just as a note, he doesn't need to touch somebody to bring him in there. He just has to be within 30 feet and able to see them.
Oh, I thought it was a touch thing. No. I mean, take the health back.
She takes whatever chance to touch her whenever she can. So
Just honka into the ring. Okay.
Yeah.
My bad. I thought it was a ring of touch. Thanks for clearing that up for me. I will say the patch of mutated earth is currently still in a 5-foot square of dirt, but it is still slowly spreading.
does that look like Andy's island crystals, sort of?
No.
No. Okay. You know, some hitch to hike. And this is just now popped up.
So far, what we know is it's basically Morgana's rage fluid going berserk. If I had to guess, I'd say Trico. Trico?
Yeah.
Draco.
Traco.
Draco, right? Trico's a Pokemon.
You train her enough, it'll
is
become Sceptile.
basically not liking the fact that it's here, because, correct me if I'm wrong, Trico's the machine side of Morgana, yeah?
Basically.
And last time he went berserk, her eyes went this color, right?
Her eyes went red for that. This is the same color for Violence Protocol, but you're on the right lead.
Yeah. So odds are Trico's not liking nature shit. Apparently has a pollen allergy or something. And
I'll give you for free as you've kind of sussed it out here. You gather with the alterations to her body of being in this sort of fey grove. it's having some sort of autoimmune response.
Oh my god, you have pollen allergies. You bitch.
Allergic to
My
fairy
bad.
dust.
I'll have them build me different next time, you bastard.
So I'm assuming the Shield Guardian picks up the ring, and then what? The sky does continue to fill with more and more storm clouds.
Karen, you think you could blight that out of existence?
Quite possibly.
You want to drop light?
I'm gonna, I'm gonna drop a light right in the middle of that 5-foot pile.
How does your blood domain blight look?
Well, just
Waterbender pulling the life out of it.
AIDS?
Gold hand.
so I take the chainsaw and I just cut off my hand. I shoot out like a Gatling. No, I just prick my thumb and just throw a very concentrated dot. I think I've done this once before, and then it just expands and blackens, almost scabbing over the spot, and then nothing's there, unless it fails.
It succeeds, and you see this spot of, like, what's the word? Not desecrated. What they did to salted earth. What am I thinking of?
Desolated.
That's it. You see this patch of desolated, infertile ground.
Desolation. No.
And you will notice that these storm clouds immediately start to soothe back to a light summer's day.
I'll be right back, guys.
You should have plenty of time in the ring to consider what to do next.
They're there for a few hours. So.
Mm-hmm. About 15 minutes later, Melphite will return.
We're just crashing around this 5-foot square of fucked up land.
He comes running like a on his knuckles like a gorilla at
no.
incredible speeds, like a charging rhino.
When
Yeah,
did you get here?
like charging rhino meets gorilla run. I mean, he's hoofing it, horn down. You worry for a second he's not going to hit the brakes in time until he kind of digs in and skids about 10 feet before you all. Where is Morgana?
We've quarantined her inside of the genie's ring. And I'll point at the desolated ground. Some sludge was draining out of her, and that's what did that after I blighted it.
She seems to be having a reaction to the cosmic makeup of this place. It's causing her machine side to go haywire.
Oh no. I don't sense anything corruptive or unnatural in the area. I think whatever you did took care of it. Let's move outside the grove to discuss it more.
Right. I realize, how do we order on the machine guardian? Like, ting, ting, ting. What?
I mean, Melfi can just pick it up.
Okay, good. Yeah, help me pick this up.
He, like, in this form, he's got 4 arms, and he just takes one of them and holds it under. All right. The nearest exit's over here. And he guides you to the nearest exit. As you all step through, plants the shield guardian. All right. Curls open its fingers. It should be safe to come out.
Over AFK. You should just say he does it.
Yeah.
Unless you want to wait from specifically. You can go in the ring. Yeah, once it gets back.
I'm gonna change the music to something a little lower key.
So yeah, so a little less triumphant sounding.
I mean, it was before you said the ring. It was about to start to cascade.
Oh, I was about to put her inside a wall of force.
That works too. Cool. I will say if she'd failed one of those really badly, there would have been splatter, like a projectile vomit, and then it was going to get real tricky to try and find every piece. But
it's Slimer.
Y'all did really good at containing it.
Don't worry, I have disinfectant.
We have like 2 years of practice. I say
20-foot cube of acid. Just the tentacles just scrubbing it with squeegees.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. Just
Alright, let's see here.
They all got a bunch of scrub daddies and just going to town.
they're all on Carrie's head instead of the normal smile. Like, look at the face in his art. Like, just picture a scrub daddy of that head.
This is con save? Disease resistance. I don't think aura purity helps with this. No.
You want to post it? I'll read it and see if there might be an exception, because this isn't exactly something in the rules.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. Each non-hostile creature can't be diseased, has resistance to poison.
We've currently exited the Grove, Norvin.
That
Okay.
would have an effect.
Wood? Alright.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind.
But where are we now?
You are
Oh.
just outside, on the other side of those willow leaves. Melfight had come back and took you to the nearest exit, and told you it's safe to come out.
Okay.
It's time to wake up.
Do you exit the ring?
Yeah.
In the meantime, while you were in there, you did notice once she was in the ring, it started to dry up. But all the, like, you couldn't help while you were in there. Some of the, like, linen and more natural fiber things you have are all, like, there's just kind of a puddle at the moment. Giasa will come in and,
We'll apologize profusely to her.
no, it's fine. You know, accidents happen. And kind of like a little, like an air bubble picks it up. And you just hear her open a window and, yeah!
It's the plane of air now just splattered around into infinity.
You all exit the ring before Joss comes back. As you all step out, you see the sludge is mostly dried on her or stopped coming out of her.
It doesn't resume.
Nope.
Okay, good.
You see her kind of standing there.
Feeling better?
It looks like someone who just vomited.
Yeah, her eyes are a little flickery, but otherwise,
So no. Rubbing up the back. Standard, your girlfriend threw up
Let me
actions.
try something. Now that I know my blood puppet can work on her, maybe some of my other blood tunics can. And I'm going to what the fuck was it? Aura purity. Here we go. Weak. Do it again.
you feel a
Almost like zone of truth. A little tree pops up and it just exudes soft red pollen.
Real quick though, the aura moves with you, so does it pop out of Cairn?
Yes, it does actually.
little tree on the top of his head, just boop,
Alright, so Cairn's got wood growing out of him now.
matching Morgana last time. Makes you wonder if it sizes up. Morgana, you do feel a little better. You do still have some error messages, and the main one that you see popping up now that you had time to kind of dig through them. You have an error with your energy core, i.e., the crystal that powers you. Would you like to open your chest to examine it?
Turning away from the direction of the Grove in case this
Just
is like
projectile
opening a
fires
pressure
it.
valve. Yeah.
Good idea.
She'll open it up.
As you all look, there are now purple flecks of impurities inside the crystal that hover around. Over the course of a long rest, you can get a full diagnostic from your system, Morgana, on what's causing it and how to treat it. For now, though, all you know is that being in the Fae, especially in the Grove,
Is not good for you.
Yes. It causes whatever this problem is to be exacerbated.
He'll grab one of the pieces out of her chest, like one of the loose ones, and close it. And then just stand there looking at it in her hand.
Are you looking
Is
to
it
see?
safe to do that?
You do feel sort of like somebody had you pull on a one of those prank gums that shocks you. You take that small flake off. You do feel a little jolt through you, but it's not enough to really change anything about you. And you will notice that in what you have is mostly a green fleck. As you take it off, though, it fades to a purple, pink, and then it becomes this char black, dead crystal. Just not Melfite's death, but just no more.
Inanimate.
Yeah, inanimate. As you gather with this, that whatever these impurities are aren't localized. It's spread throughout. There's just clusters of them that you can see. And so taking that small piece off, the infection took over and then just destroyed it.
He'll just look at everybody. I may be broken.
That's not good.
What else is new?
Just stay in the orb for a little bit. Maybe that'll help somewhat. I'm not sure. Silver.
10 minutes goes by and the spell ends, and
Hmm.
you feel about the same, Morgana.
I don't know if you've noticed this or not, Morgana, but despite the people who made you succeeding in their endeavor, in a way,
They didn't do a good job.
not really.
I mean,
But let's see if we can't get you back and fix you.
Yeah.
Well, we have two better engineers here at this point than any of them ever were.
so you think it'll be all right? Melfite looks a little concerned, much like a family in a waiting room. He's trying to get. He doesn't know what's going on either, and he wants to get like the prognosis from you all.
Time we'll find out.
Basically, your sister's allergic, or your stepsister's allergic to niece. What is your relationship to her?
Morgana is my sister.
Okay, your sister's allergic to the energy of your homeland.
Should I be concerned beginning too close to her?
Doubt it. You take on a similar mutagenic state when you pass between the realms. Seems that just whatever state she takes in response to that energy causes a bit of a reaction inside whatever passes for her soul.
I see. But you think you can solve that?
Yeah, probably.
If there's anything I can do to help, your cleric knows how to reach me. I'll do anything I can.
Noted.
Did someone grab the axe after she threw it?
No one said they did.
Sure.
We did not.
I'll go.
I mean,
I'll
to be
go
fair, she did say she threw it as far as he could, Karen. To go out with her,
I said she chucked it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
It's somewhere in the woods. It would take some time to find it. And I assumed you all rushed out. Well, he did have 15 minutes before he showed up.
See if
Let's say you could have gotten it.
See if I can keen smell the axe. I don't know if that.
Give me a perception check or investigation.
All right.
The axe doesn't really have a smell because it's wood and metal in a forest.
Holy smoke, God, I don't know. Let's see here.
And what does Morgana smell like, Karen?
It most likely
Oil.
smells
Metal
like
and pain.
blood.
Metal
Oil?
and pain.
Probably smells like oil.
20%. Yeah. Where else would there be oil here, Connor? Give me perception, please.
If I answer that too loudly, the
What the
Americans will
fuck
come.
is a kilometer?
There he is.
Are you gonna give me that perception check, or
Okay.
Take
29.
Why do I have the sudden urge to invade this place?
Necromantic tendencies. No. Oh, hey, look, an axe.
and you will have Morgana's axe as we jump forward back to the
Bill-
present.
Feels right.
Malphite will look at you, Morgana. I know I said you were always welcome, but I think it's best for now that I close the gate to you. In general, I think it might be safe to keep it closed. There are other hidden entrances to the grove around these forests, and I would hate for you to fall into one. So, for the time being, I'm going to close the gate. I'll only open and close it as I pass through. I'm sorry, but hopefully your friends can help fix this so you can come home.
She'll look up at him and nod, and then hold her hand out.
He'll reach forward and go palm to palm. I'll see you soon.
She'll nod. I'll be back.
He nods and kind of walks backwards into the sort of willow tree portal as you see the multicolored shimmer between the leaves dissipate as the gate closes behind him. And there you are standing in the forest, a different section of the forest than you were in before.
Oh, shit.
Well, let's go ahead and get back to the ship. Take a look under your bonnet.
Karen will walk over and hand her back her axe.
I'm gonna
We'll
need
figure
a
something out.
survival check for you all to try and navigate back.
Can I just float up into the air and point in the right direction?
Your ship is not visible from that kind of.
Oh, but the glowing light half a planet away was okay.
That was a beam
Straight
into
to
the
ship.
sky. If you would like, I can have your ship blow up in a beam of light, and then
So I
you can
rolled a
see
12, Connor. So
it. Okay. You search around for a few hours and have no idea where you are. You're deep in the forest. You think you're closer to the ship. The DC is lower, but it still looks like unfamiliar territory.
wait,
You're trying to be
Wait,
careful
hang
not
on.
to fall.
can I?
Mm-hmm.
Can we? Wait, rewording something because I remember if you did allow us have initiated 5 living creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay,
Oh,
can
you're
you
just gonna
rewind? Can you
just
rewind?
gonna word a
right
recall?
Yeah, I was like, hang on. Can you just rewind? Karen starts to make the check. Like, wait a minute. Fuck this. Crack it.
And the shield guardian, where does it go? Because it's up to 5 creatures, isn't it?
It's count as a creature.
It does count as a creature, in fact.
Damn it.
It is a construct.
What does it count as, Karen?
I will just load a few people into the fucking ring. Fuck
you
you,
you
Connor.
already used the charge.
Yeah, I was like, you already used the charge, brother. After that realization, I guess we're
Hold on.
walking. Yeah.
To be fair, doesn't
How-
the shield guardian know where your location on the same plane? Couldn't you just word of recall and say, "Come here"?
Yeah, but how long would it take it to get to me?
It couldn't take that long. Yeah.
There are 6 of us, right?
Mhm.
Okay, then we're good.
You're gonna possess.
Oh wait, hang on.
Just work?
Hang on, wording. You and up to hang on. Wait, oh wait, I'm people. All right, let's go. Poof.
I thought for a second, honestly, I thought Zanagiri was gonna possess somebody and be like, "All right, we count now. We're under the weight limit."
That would be something, wouldn't it? Just Genghis or Russian doll nest into people.
All
Can
right,
you tell I haven't used a spell before? Here we go now.
and you all appear in front of the sanctuary in Karen's room. This is like swirling
out.
red embers
Blood.
fade away.
Karen, where are we?
We're in my room.
On the ship, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All the way back of the fort, Katira's just chilling on the ship, like they've been gone quite a while. The real reason she's not here, she's just trying to figure out how to fly the ship the whole time.
After the kerfuffle on Dillinator, I just asked, can I put this on the ship? Yeah.
Although I do love the idea of Katira going, I've never flown this before, but I'm sure they would expect me to take it home, and just plowing through the forest.
So about that beam of light that destroys the ship. Yeah. All right, everyone file out.
Dear. All right.
As you all file out of Karen's room and find yourself back on the ship, Karen, you do a wellness check. Katira is meditating, and seems to have just like a brick of rations, just that, and like a large jug of water sat on either side of her, and she seems to have not moved from that spot for a while.
Cool.
And then you slowly close the door back, checking to make sure she's still alive, and you will start the preparations to get the ship airborne. Is there
that Githzerai meditation out here? Is she dead? Is she just really committed? Who knows?
She tried to learn from the kids.
The ghouls are teaching her how to meditate like them.
Is there anything anybody wanted to do before you all fly back to the Fort Nix?
Then I will just walk back to her room.
Then, without issue, you all get the ship airborne and return to Fort Nix. I will go ahead and change the map. Do you all want to see what the combat map would have been if it started to spiral out of control?
Sure.
Yeah.
Boogie Town.
This is what I meant by those fuchsia pink crystals.
Damn, those spread fast.
Yeah, if it starts to cascade.
Blight.
Yeah, at this point, it was going to be a whole thing of the environment.
Look,
it was.
I'm sorry, Melfly. I had to upgrade from Blight to Firestorm.
I mean, basically, those lightning clouds are about to start dropping continual lightning beams to just start to smite all the blighted area. No pun intended.
Damn.
So yeah, this is what you avoided, but it was a neat map, and it showed the kind of crystals I was talking about, so I wanted to show it off.
Very nice.
Nice.
Now back to Fort Nix. You all land and make your way back onto your fort. You see all the faces you expect to see. Vaflin kind of takes a pause, looking at you, Zonkiri. You can tell he can't tell if he feels like he's about to say something racist, and he's trying to resist the urge, but he can't tell if you look different
I'm about to get racist.
You got
it. The tits don't give it away.
I mean, he's suspicious, but he's like, I can't keep making an ass of myself. How do I bring this up?
It's old Karen. Get away.
So you clock that pretty clearly as him thinking something's different and going, rather not get on his bad side. This might just be a gift thing. What would you all like to do at the first night back, if anything?
Sleep in my bed.
Morgana will explain that she can get a full diagnostic test over a long rest.
Maintain watch over girlfriend.
Zonkiri will plot out a chart to the area of space we need to go to.
You begin doing that and getting all the notes from Voflin, who awkward pauses more than usual.
And just
Oi,
posted
oi.
near him.
Eyes up here.
Of course. He's pausing whether to say sir or ma'am. My lord.
Good cover.
No one even noticed. Anyway, so when you get to this star, you have to take a.
Go on, Connor, explain.
Silver, was there something you wanted to do?
So that's a lift. I'm gonna keep that.
Send her to yourself, coward.
Yeah.
No, I'm lazy.
You said yes, Silver?
No, I was trying to think what
Okay.
I would be doing right now.
I will
Should
say
have gotten a sample of that ooze just to see, just to see what it can do.
it would have been.
I don't have that.
I will let you know it would have been very difficult to try and get it. The normal glass bottle would not have cut it, and it would have likely popped. You
I
also.
was thinking, would the shaped Earth probably carry it at the very least?
With the help of Shape Earth and a Mage Hand, I was throwing out that thread that you probably could have carried it with you, but much
I don't
safer
have
to
a
blight
mage
it.
hand, but yeah.
Well, luckily you have somebody who racially has Mage Hand to help carry if you needed it. But the blight definitely 100% cleared it from the area. There was a little bit of risk that just one polyp or spore fell off if you carry the thing out. If a while back, a while back, as far as I think the Dilneater boss fight, things were mentioned about upgrading ship weapons. I wanted to put that thought back into your head so you could continue to think about them, or things you might want to do or look up.
Anyone want a new gun on the ship? Or do you want me to see about making the big cannon an autoloader?
I too would like big gun. I like big gun. Big gun is good.
That didn't answer his question because he said new gun or auto load the big one.
Autoload one, yeah.
Yeah, we don't need 5 people to. We'll try to make it so we don't need like 5 people to man that gun.
Yeah, we've got a big enough crew.
Realistically, according to unless Connor has changed how he does stats, weapons is a lot of strength based. So if you make it the gun auto load, then we can just keep Morgana on personnel duty. Shooting her out of the gun at other ships.
Yeah, that is true. The ammunition for that one specifically does have a strength requirement just to move it.
Yeah.
Actually, Silver.
Yeah.
What do you think about this? Ramming horn.
A ramming horn?
Yes.
You
want
mean a breach horn?
Morgana
what you call it?
sits up.
What we're gonna make our ship go tackle other ships?
Boarding.
I mean, if we're going to be taking this out deep into wild space, we're probably going to encounter other ships, probably some floating debris that it might be easier just to punch through rather than try to maneuver around.
Might
Where
run
are we
into more of your
discussing this?
cousins.
Mm.
Where are they discussing it? That's up to them.
Yeah.
Probably just out looking at the ship. No. Odds are my cousins are not going to be out in wild space.
Hmm.
My brothers and sisters, on the other hand,
Please no.
Those of you with any space rank knowledge would know that Githyanki pirates are very common the further away you get from planets.
No.
Mm.
yeah, some better weapons will probably be good.
How would they react to finding out? Oh God, you're in a Sarai body. They would attempt to kill you immediately,
We've had this
wouldn't they?
conversation.
Honestly, that's a good question because physically speaking, there's no difference between the two of them. It's an entirely ideological distinction.
I like the
So
idea that
would
it's
they
so
never
on
tell you're a
site.
Sarai, or would they would just be like,
They're a different political party.
I like the idea that normally
I
I'd say
feel
like
there's
a
like
normal.
a smell to them.
Normally I imagine that a normal Githzerai and a normal Githyanki carry themselves in body language differently. However, this body's being puppeted by a Githyanki.
You smell like libertarian.
They pull up next to the ship, look down, they see, got the flexibility of a Githzerai. But they have a great sword strapped to their back with half plate on.
and half of their crew is skeletons.
Yeah, probably one of us.
Checks out.
Yeah, you kind of. It kind of is one of those that they look at you and try and make an insight check at disadvantage. Like, is that one of ours or one of the enemy? But to Gith, I mean that line's very easy to cross. So yeah, I'd say you blend in as a vague Gith if you consciously try and look so.
I think it'd be more natural for him to look as a Gith Yankee than a Sarai. I mean, if he's just following his normal habits, he is
So,
a Yankee.
yeah, but Zonkiri doesn't walk like normal people.
No, Zankiri walks like a fucking puppet.
Yeah, so he just looks like a disabled Githzerai with like cerebral palsy or something. In summation, the point is, you're indistinguishable whether you're Githzerai or Githyanki to most Gith. Unless they had some sort of true sight and could see that you're a Githyanki soul in a Githzerai body.
Would Trusai let them see that?
Probably. I mean, true sight lets you see like through illusions and stuff. I'm sure at the very least it shows them that you're possessed. I mean, it's the highest echelon of detecting vision. There's no like
Bending
truest
forward like
sight.
a broken
Oh.
marionette.
Hold on. Out to a specific range, can see in normal and magical darkness, can see invisible creatures and objects, automatically detect visual illusion and succeed saving throws on them, and perceives the original form of a shape change or a creature transformed by magic.
I'd say that probably counts. The same idea of it. Like, there's something affecting this vessel that is unnatural. Maybe not be able to like beat down and see your social security, but picking up that you are something else. I think that's reasonable for true sight to be able to do.
Look over it. Two guys are just looking over. One of them's got true sight. They see the party. One of them sees Zankira. The other just looks over and just sees this menacing shadow.
Yeah, basically.
Area.
Just
I don't know what that is, but I don't want to fuck with it.
menacingly pushing the ship along. Just nope, none of that. Let's turn.
Oh, that's right.
Care to share with the class?
We'll get through silver stuff later, or
Okay.
get through silver stuff first. I'll mention it later.
All right. So Silver,
Yeah.
were you thinking of making a ramming horn or something else?
I guess I'll make the ramming horn. Since He was a little adamant about it.
You can give me an engineering check to throw together some blueprints for him. Should be fairly easy, and I'll give you a price for materials.
Yeah.
Wait, hold it. When you say auto loader, we only have one bullet for the thing, right?
Correct.
Or more bullets.
I
I
mean,
need more bullets.
how rare are those bullets?
They're just large boulders.
Well,
They also weigh apparently 78,000 pounds.
Hefty. Put your back into it.
Lift with your knees.
yeah.
Can Zankiri just fabricate those?
If there's stone around for him to fabricate. Creation is the one I think you're thinking of.
I mean, there's a lot of stone in the planet.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that. I'm saying, like, if you're in a space battle, fabricating needs material to be sculpted into a shot.
Mhm.
And I say, yeah, you could spend the 10 minutes fabricate takes to clump stuff together. Or if you wanted to use fabricate to try and turn it the shape of your
So,
boulder for some
By the
reason.
way, here, my engineering check that you asked
I'm
for,
so confused.
25.
yeah, that's good.
You come up with a great design for it that it kind of has this like executioner's blade shape that goes on the front of the ship. Think like the Fire Nation ships from Avatar. But in addition, you build a chamber with a spinning door that has a sort of a airlock seal on it. That when it jams into something, if it goes far enough, you can stand in this chamber, flip the door, and then you have a sealed door behind you, and then you have the enemy ship that you've broken into that you slide into.
Nice.
It'll cost you about
So
500
one
gold
of our
pieces.
ships now.
Yeah. Morgana will be excited for the present. And it'll cost about 500 gold to get the materials. And it'll take about 1 work week to fully implement it.
Seems fair enough.
Well, you are an artificer, and you get a half time and quarter cost, right? Or is it quarter time, half cost?
It's.
I know it's technically for magic
open.
items, but I feel like
Yeah,
making siege weaponry should also.
it's definitely for magic items, but not magic tinkering.
Are you saying a ship powered by the heart of the
This is
archfiend?
this. If I'm correct. No.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it takes
quarter
a
of the time.
of the normal time and half as much of the usual gold.
So it takes you a day and a half. What would normally take somebody a week. And it'll be 250 gold after the half off discount. As you realize better ways to use the material, where it can afford to be thinner and where it needs to have support. It's just a basic iron one. If in the future you want to coat it with some sort of metal, let me know. There's a non-zero chance you ram into an adamantine meteorite out there. So.
Oh, please.
I mean, I was thinking of adamantine, but yeah.
Give me that much adamantine.
No, I know what you do with it.
Because I've done it before.
You've told me, and I have planets that you can make expendable. I know Dilneater sucks, but at least let it stay on the map. Anyway, your DM does need to go use the bathroom real quick, so let's take a quick 5-minute break.
Okay. So what happened with that much adamantine?
I destroyed a planet and the planet behind it because I miscalculated a strike. The first planet I meant to destroy. Just kind of misjudged the trajectory on the the arc once it kept going. So, in one of my first Roll20 campaigns, I played Lou, the Tempest cleric. We got to the end of the game, high levels, and we were fighting who was essentially evil King Arthur, and his soul was bound to the material plane, specifically that planet of the material plane. Yes, spelled Lou. And so long as the material plane existed, if he was reduced to 0 HP, he would instantly true resurrect. And he was tired of living, so he wanted to unravel the material plane and destroy it so that he could die. However, we had stolen the WMDs he was going to use to do it. And because of that, the way he was going to try to do it then risked unraveling every plane that was connected to the material plane. So all the elemental planes, all the afterlives, basically everything but the far realms. So we kind of had to kill him, except we couldn't because he keeps true resurrecting every time we kill him. He's also a level 20 paladin. So during the final fight, after we killed 2 Tarrasques, a Kraken, an undead Kraken, a green dragon. Was it a green dragon? Yeah, it was a green dragon, ancient. The entirety of the gay round table. We were left with him, and we still had no good way of killing him. But we had also gotten everybody we cared for off planet just in case we lost. So a couple of levels before, I had a cubic gate, which lets you open up gates to other planes of existence. And when we got to 17th level, I also picked up the actual spell gate. And between me and my buddy, who's an engineer over in the Netherlands, we figured out that if we had a giant 20-foot radius or 20-foot diameter sphere of adamantine, we could gate it into the elemental plane of air, let it fall, gate it back into the material plane at the edge of the solar system, and just have it hurtle toward the sun, comet style. And then when it got close, he would take the cube, open a gate to the material plane in the path of the adamantine comet, and then I would open a gate to the edge of the solar system in the elemental plane of air, and it would just pass through both gates and start to trek back over again. And we kept doing this until it got up to such high speeds that the DM was like, okay, if it goes any faster than this, it's just going to evaporate, despite the fact that it's adamantine. We called it, I think it was called it was either the Wrath of the Gods or Fist of the Gods. I forget which. One of them was the 30 call lightnings maxed out. The other one was the comet. Anyway, we had no way of killing this guy, and we had no way of getting rid of him or getting him off planet. So we finally just decided, you know what? We don't care about anybody on this planet anymore because they're all nihilistic dicks. So we just turned the meteor using the same gate strategy. We just aimed the meteor at him on the planet, had the gate open up about 200 feet above him. Destroyed him and the planet. Well, it destroyed him. He true resurrected, of course. Destroyed the planet. And then when we were calculating what the trajectory was, we realized we were going to accidentally hit one of the other planets in the solar system based on the arc. We spent way too long doing astrophysics for this one thing. We were bored.
Probably had fun doing it though.
Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun. But anyway, So we ended up cracking one of the other planets in the solar system with this. I think we had it moving at a quarter the speed of light. Anyway, it just punched through whatever was in it, and because he no longer had a planet to stand on, it was turned to plasma. He just fell into the sun and has been stuck there, burning and resurrecting there for the rest of eternity. So Connor's a little hesitant to give me another giant sphere of adamantium.
Nice.
Thank you for filling all that time for me, Fergus.
You're welcome.
I'm assuming everybody's back, if they even left at all.
Nope, I'm not
Orbital
here.
bombardment.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Oh, guess we forgot to pause the recording. Oh well.
Well, now they get to hear my story of Lou.
Uh-huh.
The fist of the god.
I think it was Fist of the Gods or Fist of the Devil.
No, one of them was Wrath of the Gods. The other one was Fist of the Gods. One of them was like 30 cultists casting chain lightning maximized with destructive wrath. All on a single point on one monster. That's how we killed one of the Tarasques.
Neat.
Just kind of hollowed him out from the top side, and he just kind of dipped over. It dealt something like 12,000. It dealt something like 1,200 damage. And pointed out I could use a 600 damage version of it for the next 10 minutes, and he had all the cultists die from the shock.
I also want to mention you all still have a lot of electrolyte that you don't have slotted in anything if you wanted to try and throw that on something in the ship. I will warn you, the strawberry is not going to make a great gun.
Can we just hook the strawberry one up to like a smoothie machine?
Sure.
You know what?
Yeah,
It's a flavor infuser. Just anything that's blended tastes faintly of strawberry.
I can make strawberry protein shakes. Bring them in.
I mean, yeah, sure. You bring it onto the ship, and now you have like an endless strawberry flavoring machine.
Thanks, Silver.
It takes Silver like 5 minutes to put together.
Sounds about fair.
Let's see. We have fashion, teeth, frustration, poison.
I was thinking of making a little adjustment to that strawberry thing, so it could have the teeth thing. Taste the teeth instead of strawberries.
Everybody eat up! Biting into a rock solid shell on it. It's so tasty, Karen. Meanwhile, Zonkiri's eating it up.
Fairies eat those.
It would taste like grounded teeth, grounded bones.
Chalky.
Yeah.
Karen, why is my food eating itself? Ow. If you all hear me scream, know that's because my chair is broken and the back legs bend in, and I've got a work order in for it, but there's a non-zero chance the legs break all the way and I just get dumped out behind me.
By the way, Connor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were gone for a long ass while.
5 minutes, but yeah.
No. Did the donkeys or wherever the fuck we have Beatrice and Clyde? One of them was pregnant.
Yeah.
Did that happen?
You all have only been gone for.
I know it was. I can't remember. It was like months plural.
No, I don't think it was even more than a month, because all you did was you flew from here to Solus, did about a week of espionage, did the siege, and a couple more days of milling about.
Maybe a month and a half.
Yeah.
All right.
So I mean, they're getting on there.
Like right before Dill Neater.
Yeah.
Let me look up donkey gestational period again.
Thank you. That'll be in your search history.
Again. 11 to 14 months.
All right then. End of campaign. Got it.
Beatrice is looking healthy. The Robo Guard Silver is getting them all the vitamins they need.
Okay, good.
So you built the ram. I'm curious, did you have an idea for the teeth thing?
For the teeth? No, I had a small idea for the poison.
Go on.
Just like what's that movie with the talking car?
Cars?
No, it's a superhero movie.
He's a bug or beetle, whatever they're called.
Herbie the Love Bug?
Yeah, Furby the Love Bug, the superhero.
Beep, beep.
Car. I'm pulling away. I'm like,
Incredicar. I don't like a talking car and a superhero thing is
Right.
so vague.
I think it's
Cars 3?
I think it's Black. I think it's Black Beauty from the Green Hornet.
Hmm.
Green Hornet.
Or no, might be. It might be Kit from Knight Rider, actually. Anyway, just hook up the poison electrolyte to our exhaust so that we can pull a poison smoke cloud if necessary.
Wouldn't be terribly hard. I mean, you already have your exhaust system that spits out like demon fumes. It wouldn't be that hard to have it leave behind a chemtrail.
Oh, we're turning our ship into Singe.
Yeah.
And flying into Fort Nix is the Pollution 5000. Just spewing poison, demon, brimstone.
Captain Pollution!
Hexus is slowly doing his warm ups in the engine, just toxic. Toxic.
We already got the battering ram for the flipper.
I'm not allowed in the engine room anymore. I don't know.
Karen will open the door and let him out just so we can hear him sing.
That's all I can think of for the moment for the electrolyte we got.
Yeah.
Is it possible to I look at the teeth one. I'm like, Ponders. Are they stuck like this, or is it possible to transmute them?
You can transmute them. If you hold two crystals together, they mix colors and they both become.
What do we have left?
Teeth.
Living nature, fashion, and frustration.
Connor is literally going to take the colors, take the hexadecimal, blend them together, and give them a new meaning.
We'll be rolling the dice.
Yeah. So you can kind of think in your head about what colors they would make.
We can experiment.
I want to combine teeth and frustration.
Oh no!
I cavity.
Actually, no lie. A cavity electrolyte that allowed you to like expand the extra dimensional space of an item you attach it to would be amazing.
That's a very fun way to interpret that.
Let's do it.
All right. All right, fashion and just chuck fashion and nature into a blender. See what fuck happens.
Nature.
I don't want to get rid of our.
Do we have nature?
I don't want to get
rid of brother. That's the big one.
Yeah, I don't want to get rid of our big one.
That's the living electrolyte that Morgana speaks to.
Oh, then no, I'm not throwing.
Yeah, that's the tactical nuke. You're like, let's just touch them together.
I thought we were just. I just with the small ones and not touching the big shit.
And let's just mix some bleach.
I saw him summon a fucking vine monster to eat a tower. I'm playing with that one.
Hold on, we mixed nature and fashion. We set it off. We just turned the campaign into Kill a Kill.
Yeah. No, I don't think of. Okay, it's like no.
So yeah, we combined teeth and frustration.
All right.
Does that just make an alligator?
Rex falls.
Rex just pops out.
How am I? Don't think I've done this before. Trying to use a hexadecimal to. Should be. Um, I will probably have to get back to you. I will continue futzing with this while you all move around. But I don't know how to... I mean, I can get the hexadecimal code from Roll20. I just select the drawing, and it tells me it. I'm not
What
sure.
are the two colors?
This is frustration.
Oh no.
Wait,
No,
paint lets
what
you...
are the Okay, never mind. Though.
Those are the exact color that I will be mixing.
Teeth. I mean, it's just gonna lighten the frustration color a bit. Maybe tinge it a slightly weird color.
Oh, I think I'm onto something. No, I'm not. Cool. Thanks, paint. Yeah, I haven't really thought this far ahead on how to do it. I just assumed it'd be easy to get.
CAB2B0.
Oh.
CAB
Mm-hmm.
2B0.
I haven't heard from Shane.
That's halfway between the two of them.
Oh, cool.
Where is Morgana? Oh, no.
Falling.
Oh, this is gonna be uncomfortable. You all now have 2 flesh electrites.
Oh God.
Flesh Golem, go.
Flesh golem, flesh golem.
Oh, I could use these.
Yes, you could.
What is it? A
Flesh.
flesh
Electrite.
ether electrite.
So if we combine teeth and frustration, we get flesh.
I mean,
Seems right.
yeah. I mean, look at the color of it. It's pretty fleshy. I hate this. What have you made? What is the game?
So
Yours.
what would happen if you actually put it inside something mechanical? Will it turn into something like
Morgana! I don't know. Figure it out. You want to put it in something?
Zonkiri's gonna take one of them. He's gonna go to like a little small patch, kind of on the edge of the fort,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just gonna like grab his sword and just like chop at the dirt a little bit and plant the electrite.
And wait for something to happen?
And then he's just gonna
I feel uncomfortable.
he's gonna spill some blood over top of it, and then just come back in 2 weeks and see if anything grows out of it.
You're hoping gives you a
He's
clone.
growing bodies.
You drop a couple of drops of blood.
I love what. Wait, hang on. I had Dad walked in and started being dad. I just clocked back to him. He's planning what now?
That's too late to stop him.
I'm just curious as to see what'll happen.
What happened with the electric?
They made
He
2 flesh-colored
planted one
ones.
of them.
What?
Teeth and frustration both became flesh.
That's awful.
Mm-hmm. Look at the color.
That's awful.
Yes, it is.
Flesh and
Yes,
fashion.
it is.
That's just a slut shard, Pyro. Thank you. So you planted it. Let me go ahead.
I don't like how menacing the fucking party token is looking.
He knows what you were doing with the flesh crystals, and he disapproves.
I don't know.
Weird Al knows what you did with the flesh crystal, and he disapproves.
I scrolled up and I just saw the eye.
Why did you have to make me aware of that?
Speaking of the eye,
No.
Connor, there was a thing you said you thought I could do.
What's the thing I thought
Oh,
you could
God.
do?
Rip out the eyes of the futurist and plant them inside my own head.
Oh yeah. I suggested going back to the flesh sculptor that you went to before in the abyss, but
Cool.
you could try them yourself. You might
Uh,
want to not be in the body you're installing them in.
I don't exactly.
Or be in the body that you're ripping them out of?
Actually.
Cool. If you're into that.
That's
Mm.
an interesting place to put an actually, buddy.
It makes me scared for what's coming next.
I mean, I could. What do I think my chances are that? Let's assume I wasn't inside the body.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think my chances, or what would Zonkiri assume his chances could be of completing a procedure like that?
For Zonkiri, if he was in I'm picturing him in his OG body, that's nothing too dissimilar to stitching together undead golems and creations. I mean, it would take a little bit of finesse to connect all the right parts, but it feels very doable.
Okay. Then that is what I will do.
Okay. So the Anarch Soul. Okay. Forget everything I said.
I'm doing this from both sides.
You all feel a sudden pit in your stomachs, as if all the evil in the universe just doubled. As you create your simulacrums on Kiri.
All right. Let's do surgery.
Let's. And it will
This
take
is
the
creepy.
prepared eyes. If you lean back. What does simulacrums on Kiri say as you're lying down? I mean, it is you after all. Close as it can be.
Why do you get both of them? I'm doing half the work here. Because I'm the one who stole them. I ripped them out of her head. Yes, and now you're going to be putting them in mine.
Is anybody walking? I want to.
Karen walks in. There's two of them. He leaves.
Karen, you hear for a moment two Zonkiri's voices, and you have a mild heart attack thinking of the false
Shit.
Zonkiri. Just, it's happening! The final showdown! I'm not ready! Like,
Bear.
you half shift into a bear and limp into your room from panic. Give me a general dexterity check, Zonkiri. Do you have any sort of dex proficiency you think might be apt, or medicine?
No.
I'm assuming you cast Enhance Ability.
Yeah.
So just a straight dex check then at advantage.
11.
Mm-hmm. Any cards?
Oh, I actually have.
I can give you advantage on. Oh, you already have advantage.
I actually have an advantage on Dex check card.
We already got
Oh,
advantage.
I already have advantage on it though.
Okay, this is for your eyeballs.
Yeah.
Zonkiri the Blind coming in.
And
Plus
I get
4.
Are we seeing this right now?
No, this should be, I think this is in his room in his privacy, but it could have done this in the foyer. I mean, that's a very Zonkiri thing to do.
We eat here. Why?
On the dinner table, just
It's the biggest table I could find.
Yeah.
That's a lion, I know. No, I don't say that. I'm very afraid.
Yeah.
Are you gonna take the plus 4, Fergus?
Yeah, sure.
it succeeds then. The DC was 13.
was gonna laugh as blind Zonkiri had to go to Karen. It's like, I need you to regrow my eyes.
As they're hanging out of the socket.
And then Zonkiri just immediately goes back into the room to continue the surgery.
Karen, after you calm down, you do exit to see Zankiri walking around and the Anarch walking around. And they both turn in unison and look at you. The Anarch with some very magical
eyeballs.
eyes. No, the Anarch has the eyes now. The Anarch body. Consider it like 1 luck point, Zankiri, that you have. As these eyes will let you peek into the future and momentarily alter probability.
Cool.
There may be ways to archaeomancy make them bigger or stronger, but for now it's just 1 luck point. How do you respond, Karen? Because I don't think first of all, where was this happening? Was it in your room?
What?
Honestly, probably, yeah.
So, Karen, you just, like I said, spot Zonarch and Zonkiri walking side by side.
No. And I just turn around.
Heavy door closes.
He just goes back to making tea for his various patients who are lumbering around. Or
Va-
just floating.
Vaflin will go, "Ah, Zonkiri, it's good to see you again." Talking to the simulacrum.
Close.
Looks back and forth. Don't make me say the line.
Say it.
You look too similar. Which one of you got off the ship earlier?
Me.
Cool. I'm hip with the times. You go, milady. And he goes in for a fist bump.
Don't.
I will not then, pal.
Have you really never seen this before?
Do Gith normally duplicate?
Duplicate? No, that's an illusion standing right there.
I guess detect magic. Oh! That makes a bit more sense.
Wasn't this guy's main school illusion?
Yes. Zonkiri got this spell from him.
Bitch made!
It's very good work. Now I recognize it. It's my design. Well done. Well implemented.
How are you so bad at this?
You're more of an intern than Karen. Why did you leave?
These voices and the crows in this place have such weird mimicry.
Yeah.
I'm sending specifically to dog him.
Walls are kind of thin, I know.
Poor Katia trying to meditate in the room next to you.
His eyeballs are slurped out of a head.
As a side note, Katira will decide to stay in her room for the time being.
Hey, has anyone seen the ice cream skull? My God!
Oh, yeah. Yeah, here you go, Karen.
Still dripping.
I think we need a new one.
I'll go into town.
Zonkiri's gonna take the old eyeballs and just kind of put them in a jar, in a formaldehyde jar for now.
I'm sure those will come in handy sometime.
Probably.
Never know when we're gonna need the eyes of a lich.
Precisely.
That sounds like an ingredient.
It does, doesn't it? Vaflin has, you can see a twinkle of ideas in his mind.
Go on, make a deal with him.
And yet, the restraint to know there's no way in hell he survives, in any plane, really, trying to get a piece of your body to use for spellcraft.
And you know what they say, Vaflin. An eye for the eye.
I'm quite attached to mine, so I will pass. and
Oh.
he will kind of shuffle off into his room, a little worried you're going to pluck his eyes out just for asking or thinking it. At this point, he would have already given you the coordinates.
All right. Well, Silva, you should be done fixing up the ship by tomorrow, yes?
Yeah. Should be. Only a day and a half needed.
Yep, correctamundo.
All right. Let's gather up the supplies we need and set our sights to the stars.
Do you want to bring any electrite with you? As you've seen that these have made pretty good bombs in the past. I didn't know if you wanted one that you were willing to like
Well,
kerblooey.
the only ones we have left are the tiny flesh, the tiny fashion, and the living nature one, right?
You all know? Did you all actually want to do the poison one? The poison chemtrail one? I know we
don't
talked
see
about it, but I never gave you a price for it.
I don't see why we. Guys, thoughts?
Sure.
I mean, we can do that.
I have nothing to use the poison for unless
It-
you really want me to just dip that in the honey jar.
If we
I mean-
if we mix the poison in the ocean, we might be able to get oil out of it.
Morgana's
Yeah.
bike suddenly spewing oil, as America
Oil slick.
intended. Uh,
Also, just so you know, Connor, I would like you to be aware it has been infinitely testing my curiosity to and my patience to not combine that tiny piece of flesh electrite with the nuclear living electrite. I want to be a real boy.
Yeah. I was thinking of probably making another one of my
Wait,
clone things and putting one of the flesh in as an energy source.
Yeah.
But that's gonna take time.
Have we gotten any mail?
you check the
Good
mail.
question.
Mostly filler. There's pamphlets asking for donations to the war fund. They have like
No.
fallen. There's like a mound of them that have been collected by the robots.
Oh, good. Keep my hands warm.
I mean, they are sorted. So you have like junk mail, junk mail, junk mail. Various letters of like groups trying to attend our meeting tonight for citizens against war. Make a whole lot of war stuff. A whole lot of pamphlets. Nothing really questy. Or,
She's letting him organize. That's something.
Can we reverse send mail one of the ones that doesn't want war and then put a piece of electrite in fashioned as a bomb?
Mm,
I mean, we could maybe mess around with poison, make it anthrax.
Oh no.
see my message?
Yeah.
Let me know what you think.
I'd probably take another magic item.
Cool.
By the way, what did you guys do with the mirror?
It's currently just hanging out on the ship.
Okay.
Still trying to figure out what's up with us.
Oh, I assume is
Have
it not in a closet or something?
By the way, what did we do with the? Didn't we also take the carpet? Because
Yes.
it
The
grabbed
one that
stuff
stole
from us?
shit. Yeah.
Yes. We actually do need to investigate that carpet.
If there's any funny shit in there.
This is still our first day back to the fort, right?
Mhm.
I didn't miss a single sentence that said we're on the next day.
Correct.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, let's check out the carpet. See
I'll
what we
say
can
that
beat out of it.
the day
Perfect
2
magic
project for you,
carpet,
then Zonkiri, while he's working on the ship stuff. You're in no rush. As you look it over, it seems to be like a modified portable hull. with some sort of bound spirit of a quickling that you, as you look at it with ethereal lenses, you'll see that there's this tiny little quickling hand circling around the rug like a shark's fin above the water. And when a item or a person comes in contact with the rug, much like a crawling claw, it scurries up and tries to grab something and pulls it down, making it ethereal, and then it becomes a part of the embroidery. You gather to get it out. You can either A, burn the rug and everything will dump out of it and free the spirit, or you can B, attune to the rug and become the master of the spirit and tell it to just give you the things that are in it.
Cool. He'll tune to the rug and have it just dump the stuff it's taken out.
A whole bunch of crap. But together, the governors would use this to, or excuse me, the representative would use this to, if somebody had something on them that she wanted, invite them in, and then it would be quietly picked from them. So you see, like, incriminating evidence pours out by the buckets, some valuable gems and stuff. If you sold the lump sum of everything, you'd probably get 1,000 gold of things she's pilfered off people. It seems it was more important that the person lost the valuable thing than she needed the money. Like, it mattered more that they didn't have it than she had it, so they didn't bother taking it out. And you'd find, I think it was Morgana's battering ram was taken.
Return.
And did you want to set the rug up anywhere? Because it doesn't require attunement to work in taking random things. While you're attuned, you can tell it to take specific things, but if not, it just will randomly try and pilfer something off of someone while they touch it. And if they stay standing on it, it'll continue to take things.
Not for right now. Zunker's going to be taking this with us, and he's going to be hitting it with a magic aura every day to eliminate the its ability to be detected with detect magic.
Wonderful.
I was thinking of making it our front doormat, and it starts taking people's money off of them.
See, I was thinking the same, except for sending it to the governess.
You ever feel like you just had something on your desk and you're like, where the fuck is it?
Damn you, object permanence.
It was just here. Where did it go? Meanwhile, the quickling spirit in your rug. Tasted nice.
Moss collector voice out of here.
Okay. Magic ordering the thief rug.
That takes a significant amount of time, though. So
30 days, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other preparations you all want to make before you head out? I was thinking about the chemtrail one. You've already got all the stuff in there.
Yeah.
We'll call it 50 gold after discount. And like 10 minutes of work. It's a very basic system. Unless you wanted to pour more money into it to try and up its damage. Because at the moment, it's kind of just going to do like 2d12 in a large area for a round. Or as long as behind you for a round. If you sit in park, it'll just continue to turn it out. But if they're right behind you, they'll continue to be in it. But if they move out of it, they would move out of the effect. But you could pour money in to make it go further or do more damage. That would get expensive.
Just dump 20,000 gold into it.
What do you care most about? Damage or making it lingering or affect the widest area?
Lingering.
Okay.
And I have a suggestion based on how lore is.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how spelljammers keep a pocket of air around them with their magic?
Yeah.
Just have this like it's like have it have the poison cloud like quote unquote sticky, so that when it runs into a spelljammer's air pocket, it gets caught in the air pocket and just goes with the spelljammer. Basically, use the spelljammer's atmospheric field against it.
I will say that changing the feature of that, you've got this like 360 exhaust. You rev it up, and it charges it. If you collide with another air bubble or another close enough to another ship, it leaches on and kind of pollutes the air, and it would take. Roll me a d4 plus 14 to set the DC. That's 15, actually. Huh. So a DC 16 engineering check for them to purge it. It would be the action of the person doing it, and it does not make them immune to the effect. So if they just stay near you, they'll continually get poisoned, and it'll just do 2d12 to every person on board every round.
Cool.
As you all have this like nitro poison tank installed. Like think of like Bane from Batman, like the mask and the tubes. You have like a large glass tank with the electrolyte in it that kind of gives a similar vibe and feeds into your exhaust systems. Any other business before you head out?
Yes.
What is it?
Shane.
Shane?
He's been politely waiting.
Huh?
Oh, Shane.
Yes.
1 second as I pull up some notes. So, Morgana, you settle down for the night on night 1 and feel very apart from yourself. As you finish your diagnostic, there is an incompatibility in your systems. Your body was designed to be a killing machine, and it had specific programming, Traco, to be much like Andaril's Shield Guardian, a fairly mindless automaton for defense.
But instead of protecting someone, I just remove the threat. The best defense is a good offense.
And the Malira crystal in you has a sort of built-in pacifism to it. And it seems that every time you rage, it's been adding a little bit of stress and separation between the two of you. And the more you rage, the more of these pollutants appear in your core. Eventually, probably leading to a full Traco takeover if left untreated.
Me remembering me using all of my rages to win a stupid fucking game of shot golf. Oopsies.
You think it's a fairly small increase each time because you've done it a lot. But
Real quick, I have to know something based on what
Mhm.
you said, Connor. What's Morgana's intelligence? 11? Okay, she is smarter than the Shield Guardian.
Yeah, it's a pretty big contest, I guess.
It would have been so funny though. You gather that you will have to. You've redone your totems from the nature side. You realize you're going to have to do some work to create a violence protocol that connects with this natural spirit instead of fighting in opposition to it. And that will take some time, and you'll have to neutralize the like Traco protocols and make your own. For now, you should be fine. You gather that this is exacerbated whenever you go to other planes, like when you went to the Hells, when you were in Limbo fighting extraplanar things, their essence clashing up against yours makes it a easier environment for flaws to appear. When you went to Mechanus, you'll actually identify that the Doom Sphere you have has exponentially increased your vulnerability. That taking it while you were tuned to it on other planes, you were unknowingly soaking up the planar energies like a sponge. And so that little Feywild nature crystal was getting filled with the Nine Hells, then Mechanus, then Limbo,
And the
then
Shadowfell.
Shadowfell. And so
Chugging. I was chugging the dishwater.
And so it does. Your systems are pretty good at purging it eventually, but whenever it went to go purge those other planar energies, the vulnerability to your Traco side had an opportunity to make more problems. Want any more information?
If you have any more, I think you covered most of it.
Yep. I wanted to see if there were any like questions you had as I was going through it that I wouldn't think needed to be asked, but you may have. But if not, we can move on.
I think I got it.
Cool. You all rouse as I type something to Shane. Any
Change your
other
class.
lass? You are now a sorcerer.
I think he wanted to do something with his axe.
His axe.
I do want to use the Hurricane Axe to fuel the Chain Blades upgrade because I want to use my signature weapon instead of having it just doing nothing.
Okay. Who would you like to go see about that? Because your normal magic item person no longer lives in Moonwatch.
Fucking pigeon.
We about to have to fly to Mechanus again.
Yes, please take her to another plane again after she got that diagnostic.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I was hoping that our party would be strong enough in magic and engineering to be able to not need the parakeet anymore.
They are also busy on other tasks for these 2 days.
I know.
You could have Voplin try
How-
something.
How long would it take?
I don't trust that gentleman very much. He's not very reliable.
You know what, Shane? I got you.
Divine intervention it to merge.
Oh my god. Oh!
Ilvian pulls you up by the ear, Cairn. This is a serious ability, my cleric. I have many calls to save people's lives. You are capable of merging these weapons on your own. I appreciate your reliance on me, and I am grateful for your praise. But I only have so far I can stretch, so no. I will not be merging the chainsaws and thunder axe when you can go do that yourself.
She's spoken like 2 words to you the whole campaign. She's been like the silent tutor, and now she's just like, alright, dickhead, quit fucking around.
What? Not fucking around. Yeah, you took it like that, but alright then.
I had to do something for 100. And she wasn't angry, she was just like, look. People are asking for intervention to, like, save their dying loved ones. I gotta choose which ones I'm gonna grant.
Mm-hmm.
You literally did that already. You literally already did it to save a dying loved one.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that, where is Andariel's mom?
Physical therapy. Don't worry about
it. She is hanging around.
She's having tea with the Minotaur.
Yeah, you actually will see her in the dining area, like having tea by herself at the moment. She seems to have a book that she's flipping through. Yexim has groundwork duties to do. She does not. Was there something you wanted specifically for your divine intervention, Karen? I'm sensing some.
I wasn't trying to be goofy about it, but okay.
I apologize. I saw the 100 and my brain lit up
It's fine if it fails.
because it's the
Well,
most
it has to get
astronomical no it
lower
could be.
than
Yeah,
your level, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know it failed. I wasn't trying to be joking about it.
I'm sorry. My brain saw 100 and I saw this is
It
like,
is fine. Well, I do be goofy at a turn sometimes, so it's only fair.
I will let you get out the words for your divine intervention next time. I apologize.
It is quite alright.
No, you must accept my apologies. You must sincerely hear it.
It causes you more damage if I don't accept your apology.
I need you to, in the same way I need you to react to any gifts you get, I need you to react to this apology, or it doesn't count.
Okay, so we can. How long are we at, above board? Jokes aside, what are we? How long are we going to be sitting here for? Because if the issue is the party doesn't have time, are we on a time crunch? How bad is it?
You're not on a time crunch.
Then if we're not, then let's just work through what we have and then just add this onto the time.
I am assuming you're getting.
Go ahead. There is something I like doing if we're just taking more time, because I need to start using more spells that require more diamond dust than diamond, and I imagine I have to take time to actually crush that shit.
Yeah, or give it to your local wizard and have him fabricate it all into.
I don't have 22 strength for nothing.
I mean, yeah, I'll allow it.
As competent as you crushing diamonds with your thighs, I would rather just bother Senkiri.
Well, great. Now you just took away Indario's entertainment for the
I think I'll live with that. I want diamond dust, not diamond mud. Zenkiri, can you turn this half of this 5,000 GP diamond into dust?
Sure.
Thanks.
All right, if that's what you want.
I mean, I'm going to start casting Death Ward more and Greater
Disintegrate.
No,
wait.
10 out of 10 delivery there.
Karen pulls a Mr. President.
I actually
Just imagine the scene in Shrek where her dad jumps in front of the final blast.
The first time I use my boon is to avoid getting erased from reality.
I imagine Zonkiri, the way you said it, does the Voldemort Avada Kedavra pose. Just disintegrate!
That's why I said it like that.
That's amazing. So that is stupid work. 2,500 for crushed diamond.
Yeah. After communications are shared, yes. The correct one spell is then used.
Oh, that's what you meant.
So here, just pulls out a hammer and smacks it once.
Oh, is that all I needed? Okay. All right. So for future reference, in terms of spells, now I have 3,000 in regular diamonds, and now I have 2,700 in crushed diamond.
Oh, that hurt That hurt me a little bit laughing that hard.
I'm glad you enjoyed that.
I'm shattered.
I better be getting a fucking card for that.
Yeah.
Wait. Where's anyone else doing it? I'm done. I need water.
I broke Pyro.
Be thankful you get to walk away and reset. I have to stay here and narrate. So, who else wanted to do something while they were here? Who else wanted to do something while they were at Fort Nix?
Let me look at my list of nonsense to do then.
Well, you do that on getting water as well.
Boop, 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 boop. Morgana inventory, list of nonsense. Do, do, do. Oh, When I wrote this to-do list a long time ago, that had meaning.
Mm.
It is lost on me now.
Norvin, do you have the ability to speak right now? Because if so, I was gonna have a little. Exactly, I was gonna
Yeah,
have
I
a
have
little.
the ability to speak.
Okay, I know sometimes you have to go quiet for the night, but your Catherine, your mom, will approach you and Morgana, spending some time together on like day 2, and offer to like, in a very mom way, even though you all have more money than her, like she's like, why don't we go out and like, let's go to a restaurant in town, or maybe I'll buy you something at the shops. It's just I'd like to get to spend time with you. My treat. You look over at a satchel that has like 6 gold in it.
You don't really need to. I mean, I can treat us.
Oh no, it's
I'm more than
fine.
happy to go with you.
It's fine. I got it. I just want to spend time with you. We don't even have to go do anything if you don't want to spend any money.
Okay. More than happy. She's gonna sneak a small bag of gold, hand it to her shield guardian, like sneakily, and like hide this in my mom's room where it's easy to find.
Now,
And give her 20 gold.
okay. The shield guardian stands there and says nothing and doesn't move until you all leave. It's not the most subtle of creatures, and it's trying not to give it away.
Yeah. She'll happily go anywhere with her mother if her mom suggests it.
Morgana, you are also invited along.
Oh.
This is day 2 before the others are available to do anything with your magic items anyway.
Morgana would have unattuned to the axe in preparation of annihilating it.
You want to be banished back to Vampire Planet? Thank you.
Hold him down, Morgana.
This goes back to my to-do list. The thing that I said was lost on me is there's a tab that says repay Karen. I think now's the time.
Do it.
Oh, Karen. There's a certain mother out here that needs some escort.
Does Morgana actually go invite Karen?
No.
I was gonna narrate you what he was doing.
It is. Oh my god. As funny as it is, Morgana wouldn't have even thought that she has permission to invite people. She thinks she's just being dragged by Adura. Morgana handing Karen, or hand out to invite Karen with a smile on her face behind her. Fucking doom, as it said. Anyway. I guess Morgana will go with them. Morgana does have one thing that she wants to do in town.
Okay. You all go into town on your little floaty rock that you see that your mother has decorated a little bit. Kind of got a. You see, like, there's a small little like fake flower wrapped around it, and you see some tags on them. Would you like to see what they read?
Sure.
Yeah.
You see one that says "live."
No.
Another that says "laugh."
What? Oh God.
And a third one that says "love."
No, my mom's not a fucking basic bitch. Fuck you.
Last one says Bomba.
The fourth one just says "family."
Oh, wholesome.
And 4 little like streamers that kind of whip in the wind as your platform moves. Yes, she absolutely did put live laugh up.
Mother?
Well, it's something to keep me busy. And I thought, if we're going to be using it, we might as well make it look nice.
Yes. That's nice.
I haven't been making too much money in my odd jobs, but I figured I'd throw a little bit to try and spruce up the place.
I mean, we have money.
Oh,
I have money.
I couldn't take I couldn't take your money.
Mom, I have over 10,000 gold.
That's your money. It's not. You don't need to drop that on me. I'm fine. Yixim goes and he pays for the food. You all provide my lodging. I already take enough. You don't need to give me money too.
Mom, you're my guest. You don't have to pay for anything. And if you need money, I will give it to you.
I know I don't have to pay for anything. I choose to.
Okay. Um, just what are you doing for work?
Odd jobs here and there. Um, there is a lovely little science or magic lab in town. Um, I go in occasionally and help organize some of their files and help tidy up. I don't think I'm quite
Anything
ready to go
dangerous?
back. Nothing. No, I mean it's just bookwork. The
Okay.
most dangerous is a paper cut. I don't think I'm quite ready to go back out on surveying missions or any of my old sort of things. So I'm just kind of taking it in pace.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, you. I mean, I guess you want to keep busy.
but yeah, I mean that's where I afford to buy some books and stuff. I got some books. I'm picking up knitting. Um, she'll like pull you to the side. I'm working on something for Oganame. Uh, it's a secret though.
Okay. She loves all things soft
And
and
she
smooth.
winks. But yeah, I've just been doing some paperwork, organizing. Um, I've had the opportunity to do some surveying missions, but with the war front going on, I'm not quite comfortable going out again.
Yes, try to avoid that at all possible.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. I'm always
There's
looking
a
for
good
odd
chance
jobs.
we're going to be pulled into it, whether we want to or not, but I would like to avoid it if we can.
I agree. You all are starting to pull into Moonwatch. You know,
Anything different going on?
no, it just looks about the same as the last time you
Because
saw it.
Andariel doesn't go into town very often.
Yeah, I mean, it looks about the same as it did before. You know, floating in the sky. You would notice that on your way in, you would notice there's some the people who lived in the like underground area have now built out houses hanging off the side. Just kind of moved laterally and made these like hanging cliffs-looking houses. They look nice for being suspended over a free fall to death. But they seem to be having that situation under control. As soon as you touch down, your mother will try and take you around to various restaurants and uh, clothing stores. What are both of your passive perceptions, Morgana and Andariel?
10.
17.
Okay.
If someone's following us, I gotta rely on Mogana to see that shit. Andariel's not observant.
Nobody's following you. Morgana does keep a good swivel for threats. Things are relatively calm here. You do see that Crowbeak's store is up for sale.
Okay.
As you're walking by, you catch the like foreclosed, and now it is the space is
What's
being.
the war propaganda looking like?
If you go to the town square and in a few other like essentially telephone poles, there are information packets that are like a brochure for the like an army brochure and a posting of the latest update on the war front.
How
Towns
is the war
besieged.
going?
Going fairly well. They're at a bit of a stalemate at the moment. Both sides are kind of waiting to see what either fort is going to do, as it's pretty much surrounded. And they've just been kind of at a stalemate. That whoever is gonna move in first will probably be obliterated by either fort's weapons, and then the second army will be able to come in and clear them out. They're just kind of at a stalemate and reaching around the other sides of it to try and cut it off from its resources and starve it out. But it's hit a slow patch.
Okay.
There are advertisements for free archaeomancy training for enlisting.
Okay.
And you kind of flip through the pamphlet. It's just a whole bunch of like hooks to try and recruit people. They don't seem overtly malicious. Definitely a little unethical.
Seems about right with the governess.
Yeah. There's a little bit of scarecrow stuff about Freywick and their hate for the Moonwatch way of life, and how if they win, all around you'll be gone. Fight for your family, your friends, But it's mostly at a minimum, and they try and highlight the benefits of things you get for enlisting instead.
Okay. Any word on us?
No.
And Fort Nix?
No.
No? Okay. That'll make Zankari happy.
All the stuff that involved Fort Nix were like personal letters sent out to you all and all the other forts asking for aid in any way you can offer.
Okay.
But that's about the wartime update. You would notice, Morgana, you would notice that the town guards have some new armaments on them. They seem to be walking around with these elbow-length gauntlets with a large emerald on the back of the hand.
Emerald.
If you point them out to Andariel, she'll look over and be able to read the runes that say the hands that move the stone. As they are essentially just like earth-bending gauntlets. That they are one of the armaments being made for the war.
Interesting.
Huh.
Even easier then.
Alright, so we're gonna pretty much have a nice night out with my mom. Any gold she spends is magically going to reappear in her purse.
Mm-hmm. You do the thing at the dinner table where you're both trying to give your card to the waiter, but it's just hands full of gold.
No, and Daryl, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and go pay.
Gotcha. Give me a do you have Morgana run distraction so your mom doesn't notice that the bill never came?
No. I mean, sure, let's try and have Morgana run.
Morgana, give me deception. If you succeed, it'll give her disadvantage on her check to try and
Wasn't she
spot.
a ranger?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Trying
she's
to-
a ranger.
You trying to run the fade on a ranger?
Yes.
And having Morgana make a charisma check to give her an advantage.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
decided to say yes at the end. because it'd be
Emphasis
funny.
on charisma check.
Mm-hmm. What do you say to Morgana as you're about to go catch the waiter and pay the bill to tell her, like, you're up, distract her?
Keep my mom's attention for a couple moments. I'm gonna go pay the bill. I don't want her to see.
Whoop. And she slips away, and suddenly, Morgana, it's time to shine.
Morgana just taps her fingers on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Her eyes are visibly like, you know how when an old-timey TV, when you don't have the antenna lined up very well,
Static?
and it's like wavy static.
Oh.
That's what her eyes are doing right now. What's her mom's name again?
Catherine.
Catherine.
Miss Catherine.
Yes, dear?
And Daryl has asked me to distract you.
And Daryl wanted me to speak to you.
Oh, what about?
I don't know.
Oh, hun, give me a deception check.
That should be a disadvantage for that shit.
I'll let Shane decide if it went that bad.
Yes! Yes!
Yep.
Okay, I'm rolling stealth then. I'm rolling stealth.
Go ahead.
14.
Oh,
Oh, beautiful.
Morgana is sitting there as she's like just like nervously tapping the desk, and you. I can't believe this is when it's visible, but green liquid starts pulling up the bottom of her eyes.
to explain to the group, Morgana is in such an awkward position. She just starts crying, not knowing what to say.
Oh my god, are you an
Relatable.
introvert?
Right after the
panic attack?
I don't know, and she's just keeps drumming her fingers, putting a dent in the table, and now she's starting to cry. It's just starting to trail down her face.
You told her, distract her, and Morgana had no fucking clue what to do, and now she thinks she's failed, and she's gonna be mad.
Oh, honey. Oh, and she like takes a napkin and like leans over and is like
And
wiping
what's
away your
even
tears.
better is that it's actually distracting her.
Oh, it's okay. I'm sure she'll remind you. You know, it's fine. Hey there. As she
Kinda
wipes
knocks
away with the
Gold off.
yeah, she wipes away your tears, Morgana. You see there's like moss growing out of this napkin now.
And Daryl comes back. Oh, you're crying? Why are you crying?
Just
I didn't know what to do.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. It's not that important.
She just slumps against the table with a challenge.
Is this the first time she's ever cried?
yes.
Yes.
It's like, and Daryl's thinking in her head, not gonna say out loud, but since when can you cry? And we'll make a note of it to try and figure out, to ask her, like, what's that?
I'm just the image of the nervous laugh, the cry from Morgana is killing me. Like,
There you go, Shane.
Shut the fuck up, Pyro.
What'd he say?
Oh man. He said
Answer,
time to
Shane.
find out if Andy has a thing for running mascara.
We found something fun about Marcel the other day.
No.
Oh god.
Moving on.
The funny thing is, I asked Connor, it's like, if Morgana cries, what comes out? And then it's like the lifeblood oil does. I was like, okay. And the thing was, if anyone had approached Morgana to ask her how she was doing after the event, she would have just started crying because she's so upset about it. But then this is it. That's why I was like, this is what makes her cry? Like, absolutely fucking nervous wreck.
The straw that broke the camel's back. Just, oh, what did you want to
Yeah,
talk about?
Basically. Oh my god. It couldn't have been funnier.
Oh
shit.
Oh god.
More back rubs, I suppose. And we'll make our way back to the fort because now Andario's worried.
Yeah, you all come back and your mom tries to like do the awkward parent thing of like trying to change the subject and take the tension off of it, but Morgana, you just kind of feel embarrassed that you had a breakdown in public, even though they're being nice. It's just kind of like maybe a good nap will do you good.
rip the two things she wanted to do.
Oh, what did you want to do? Sorry.
No, it's. I mean, this is a reasonable response. But she was gonna try to visit two different people. She'll just do it tomorrow. It's fine.
Just sitting on the lawn, looking at them oddly.
Sitting on the stone, looking back at Moonlight, going, I had things to do.
Now, as they're flying back, Morgana will just turn around and just very, very gently lift up her hand, like reach out towards Moonwatch, like, but things.
I can't. God damn it.
Oh, somebody give this poor robot a blanket.
Fucking hell.
She needs a comfort movie and a blanket.
Oh yeah, I got the perfect one for you. Cry and Marley.
A comfort movie, a blanket, and a nice good bowl of antifreeze.
Ah. So when the next day comes, what do you do, Morgana? As you give your magic items to your artificer and wizard to work on. As you unattune
Okay, she will unattune to. Well, she was already unattuned to the axe, but
Yeah.
she'll unattune to the chain blades and then take them out of her arms.
Yep.
And she'll ask if they have the time to try to use the axe to power the chain blades. Because I want to use the chain blades. I'm tired of carrying around an axe and a sword and looking like an RPG character in the middle of leveling up.
Okay, Kratos.
Where's the blood?
Shane, I need you to know every time you will make me laugh, Connor jumps back and the chair gets a little closer to collapsing. I'm inching to the edge with every
There's
laugh.
a different camel that you need to finish off.
You act as though that's not our master plan.
That
Hurry,
just makes me
Breeze,
want
let
to
me
make you laugh even more. I want to hear you fall.
I know you do.
Bulba.
I'm holding onto my desk now because I'm paranoid it's gonna happen any second.
He's in the walls. He's in the
So as you
Okay.
travel back to town, what did you want them
Andariel
to?
will accompany her because now Andariel's worried about her, and Andariel would have asked about the crying the night before they went to bed.
Okay, what would you have asked?
Since when do you cry?
Today.
What happened? I'm not saying you did anything wrong, because you didn't. Crying's perfectly normal and acceptable. I just was not aware that you were, and this is going to sound wrong and I don't want it to, but capable of doing so.
She'll just like poke her finger around like the edge of her eye.
Do you mind if I look?
know. She will just scoot forward and get closer and keep her eyes open.
Is there like a check or something I can do?
What are you looking for?
Like, if things have changed, I have to imagine.
Yeah. No
they've
check
been
needed.
Close. They need.
Yeah.
They see each other a lot.
No check needed. It's one of those things that you assume are just like cosmetic features to make her look more humanoid, but there is a slight difference now that you notice that there are tear ducts that exist. You don't know if they were just waiting for the first time she cried to appear, or if Morgana is growing and changing with everything she does. But you don't remember them being there before.
Have you noticed any other changes?
When I do things that are fun, I feel warmer.
Oh. Okay. Perhaps and she's going to do like a 150-point inspection.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. That's unfortunate. Please roll well. I've been rolling well this entire damn game. Yes.
28.
Bing.
Yeah. You look over every part of Morgana that she lets you look at, and there's not much of a difference you've seen. When she opens up her chest, because you, as part of
Also,
this,
I can cast detect magic at will, so
Yeah.
that's
I
popped
assume
off
I was
as
going with
well.
it.
Yeah.
As you're staring at the heart that powers her, that crystal, you kind of place your hand on it. You feel it does feel sick, like sympathetically touching it. You can kind of feel the illness inside it, and you gather that as you really look into it, you think the tear ducts are a recent thing. Recent as in when Morgana went to cry that they were created. And that her body has the means of evolving to fit what needs she has. So when she needed to find a way to communicate to people that she was hurting, she had tear ducts. You kind of are
Okay.
taken aback in a moment as you're kind of looking at all the runes inside her chest, and the little magic nerd inside of you kind of is in awe a little bit at seeing the deep intricacies that is Morgana. Uh, was there something specific you were looking for?
Changes. Now clues on how and why her heart is sick,
That's
and
the
if there's
Morgana can tell you.
anything that she could do to help it, or to
Were
figure
you
out if there is a final step in what's going on, and if it's going to be dangerous for her.
so
'Cause
it's just that same pollution that had her act up at the Grove.
is there a way I could dissipate the pollution?
At the moment, you do
Drain
not
it.
see a safe way to do it. It is part of it at the moment. You probably have to go to some sort of druidic expert to try and cleanse this.
And
But it
I don't.
seems, for the lack of a better term, and I hate because Shane just said he said I have cancer, but it seems benign at the moment. It doesn't seem to be affecting her in any way, except when she goes to the Feywild.
Okay. Is there anything I could see or think of to do to protect her or slow it down if we need to go to the Feywild again?
If you have magic that protects against disease, like Karen's Aura of Purity, that can pause it as long as she's under effect for it, but it will not work inside the grove. The Feywild, you're
Yeah.
fine. Inside the grove specifically, even magic that protects you against disease will fail.
Yeah, I don't have anything like that, anyways.
So you could technically go find an amulet of health and give that to her if you needed to go to the Feywild, but I think that's the term, or periapt of health.
Very apt. Well, that one just stops you from makes you auto
There's
succeed
one that
on
makes
death
you
save.
immune to disease, and I'm trying not to say the one that gives you a con of 19, but you get the point.
Yeah.
One of those heart-shaped
If we
trinkets.
had a paladin standing around us.
Yeah.
Of significant level.
Yeah, or blood cleric. Get fucked.
If you know, she's gonna make research notes because she is a researcher.
If you would
But
like.
she's also gonna go ahead.
Well, if you wanted to split off from Morgana while she does her things, I'll let you make a check to peruse through the libraries of Moonwatch for possible solutions.
100%.
Cool. Morgana, did you want to stick with her while she did that, or did you want to go off and do your other thing?
Morgana would go off because one of the things she doesn't want Undaro to hear it.
Okay.
And she's gonna try and figure out, like, is this something that will ultimately kill her if it's allowed to continue, or will she just continuously evolve into something else?
You with your 28, you know that the evolution thing was part of the good side of the crystal, the green Malira life side. Gave
And
her
the pink side is the bullshit side.
yes, and that the more that like fuchsia pink expands, just like the flex she pulled out, it'll eventually fully take over, and then Morgana will. Then the crystal will just go kaput, and Morgana will cease.
Okay, she will definitely kind of focus her research on making the Malira part stronger.
Okay. Give me an investigation check at advantage because of your background.
Helps if I hit the button. Of course, now I roll like shit.
Aaron's asking how greater restoration applies here.
I'm trying to stare at my spells and see where anything that might at least push it back goes on there.
It would not have much of an effect at the moment.
Okay.
It's
I got high level spells.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to find where they if this is more a corruption than a damage type thing.
And for lack of a better term, since I don't really have one, if the Malira part is
Mhm.
allowed to progress, is that just slowly turning her, for again lack of a better term, human?
No. It seems that the like Malira crystal part.
Or organic would be probably a better term.
Don't ever try and correct me, Karen.
I think he was literally just saying malaria, like the disease.
Like I was saying, because I have a fucked up speech
Yeah,
impediment.
you're good. You don't think she would become organic unless that's what Morgana needed. Like
it could not possibly.
You gather that she got the tear ducts because she needed and wanted a way to communicate it. If she, for example, wanted to grow old with you, there's a chance that she would develop the ability to age.
So she's becoming Darwin from the X-Men.
Kind of. But like the shit one from the movie.
Should have been.
I had to hurt everybody real quick. Magic gumball go. The magic gumball go boom to the unkillable character. But you are unable to gather what extent that evolution can reach to. You doubt she'd ever fully be like flesh and blood, no mechanics, but you imagine she'd probably get pretty close if she wanted to. But it's entirely driven by what she wants and needs.
Okay.
Maybe.
Hey.
Another spell question.
Yep. I'd say that'd work the same as like your
it just seems like there's like a voice in the back of my head hitting me with an ice pick telling me it's
you can try it, but you might take some of so here's the problem. Morgana is a combination of the Traco essence and the Malira essence came together and make a new person. If you
this is like a strike balance type deal, isn't it?
If you throw all the Traco stuff out with that, there's a good chance you damage Morgana for good. Just imagine ripping her in half. Yeah.
It's my turn.
Hang on. On the surface level, she might lose her ability to rage, since Violence Protocol is Traco. If you bamf all that out, she might lose her ability to rage until you figure out a way to fix it. So that's what you're playing with, is her class.
Shane,
you're allowed to do that.
Shane, come here. I have an idea.
Turn to my entire character.
So I will pose that to them when they are both present, and I will really hammer down on the dangers. So this will be a last ditch in case it gets really fucky. Type deal.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it is an option. You just know that it has a pretty high risk of ripping her open. The tentative plan of moving forward that you all find is trying to find a way to make the synthetic and organic parts of her stop fighting. Your plan with the Dispel Good and Evil would just rip the synthetic part out. Understood?
Yeah, last ditch ever, got it.
Yep. With a 17 Andariel, I'd say there's likely some Archaeomancy you could try, or you could go to a Archdruid of some sort who could probably reset Morgana and set the needle very hard in the direction of Malira. You would want to fix the problem that caused the infection in the first place, and then go to this person. But
would that play with, who Morgana is?
Nope. This is raw, unbridled druidic magic that is run through the filter of Morgana. They're just cleansing the source pool. They'd still run through the filter of being Morgana, and it wouldn't change her at all. Well, change the fact that she, goes berserk and freaks out in the Grove, but that's kind of
in Darrow's way of thinking, it is ultimately Morgana's choice. Just, she wants to give her as much information as possible.
Yeah. So that's about what you find. Morgana, where do you head?
First stop, the lab that Catherine works at.
Okay, I'm gonna move this to... Where the fuck is my Moonwatch? A, B, C, D, E, Moonwatch, restore. Okay. At the Starsail Arcanatorium. You make it there. You see that there is... And he's turned to ash. You see a lot of new Moonwatch banners. You all haven't been in here in a long time. It's about what you expect from, you see a large kind of grand hall and then a series of offices. Think kind of College of Winterhold style with that large antechamber and then hallways into notable faculty members' quarters. But there are people walking around the thoroughfare that you can try and flag down if you were looking for somebody of import.
She would flag down the first important-looking person she saw.
Okay. They walk up to you, seemingly not doing anything else at the moment. Did you need help with something?
We have a request. There is a temporary worker that works here named Catherine.
All right.
We would like you to pay her more.
I'm not in charge of finances. If you'd like, I can take you to the bursar's office and you all can discuss compensation.
That is acceptable.
Wonderful. Just follow me here. It's on the third floor. I'm going to take you to the financial office. Say, just have a seat. And you're sitting in a waiting room while they go back and explain. There's somebody here asking for this worker and they want to get them a raise or more money. Then the original person leaves, and a few minutes later, the person behind the desk calls you back. And there you see a sort of pudgy bugbear woman with half-moon glasses that seem a little bit too small for her, with a large, updo look at you. So I understand you're wanting to increase the rate of pay for one Catherine. Oh God, what's her last name? I always forget because it's different than in Dariel's.
Forest.
Catherine Forrest. Wow, she really was a ranger, huh?
That is correct.
Do you have some sort of information? So far, we have here that she does occasional grounds work, some on-call maintenance, helping with some low-level, low-requirement jobs. Is there something, some information you'd like to give a recommendation for?
Morgana pauses. Didn't think of this far.
Starts bursting crying again. Please.
No. Just falls on his please, please. A Rizzler.
As the room fills with trees.
You know what? I was about to do something similar to that. Norvin. She is the mother of Endario.
Who?
My girlfriend.
Well, that's
I want her to make more money.
That's very lovely, dear, but our compensations are based on how much they contribute to the Arcanatorium. I'm afraid we can't offer more money to everyone. We have a limit to our resources, and we distribute them based on who's helping further and gather the most income for our group.
Morgana tilts her head. I do not need your resources.
Eyebrow raise.
I just wanted you to give her more money.
Those are some of the resources. If we were to pay her more money, we would need more money to give her.
I would give you the money. You just have to give it to her.
Why not just give it to her yourself?
Because she wants to work for it.
Make a persuasion check. It's like a DC 5. It does. That's why she's making a check. She's like, this sounds like something illegal.
Don't worry, we know the we know the shadow government. We're good.
She looks at you, and you see she just kind of registers you as like a little simple, and goes, "All right, dear. I will be sure to make sure she gets some extra compensation, and I won't let her know where it came from. Does that sound good?"
Yes. Morgana will drop a pouch of 100 platinum. You can distribute it over time as you need to make it not suspicious.
Her eyes almost Looney Tunes bulge out. I believe that will be necessary. Well, she'll have a lovely bonus coming up soon. Maybe not the whole thing, but we'll get it to her.
And if you would like to hire her more, she is a very capable ranger.
Oh? I had no idea she had skills and those kinds of things. You know, there is a surveying corps in town that would likely pay a lot.
She probably did not mention it because she didn't want to.
Were you looking for us to find a job for her to do using her ranger skills around here?
If it would give her more work, yes.
I'll put in a notice to have her be brought in for an evaluation, and we'll test what she's capable of and see what other jobs we can give to her.
Morgana will nod. If you run out of money to give her, inform me.
And where would I find you?
What's the password again? For our channel?
Give me just a second.
An intern comes in and bothers the secretary.
Hey, I need a password. What's the password to the
IT is down the hall. This is HR. We do not keep your passwords. You have to go to them to get the reset code. Then we can update it in the system.
You need to file your W-4 and then submit it on ADP.
I have lunch in half an hour, and then IT has lunch after that, and then you have to make an appointment.
Mildred, would you get over here? Margie, would you get over here?
She was a bugbear too, wasn't she?
Yes. Welcome
right.
to the DMV.
I'm back.
What do you think runs IT?
he came in for the Wi-Fi password.
We heard. We were making jokes about it that an intern popped in to bother you. HR was.
I heard that.
Okay.
Anyway, she like I said, she'll want them to contact her.
And she says, "Where do I find you?"
That dog's.
I reside in Fort Nix.
All right. She writes it down. Kind of looks at a map of the test that she has on the side. Oh. The 1,000 platinum's starting to make some sense. Or 100 platinum, excuse me.
I was about to say I need that money.
Chang, chang. She will give you a pen for the Arcanatorium. You know, if you'd ever like to come and make any donations or see the grounds, you're happy to come and request a tour from us. There's like a pen with a leaflet, and she like slides over to you.
Okay. She'll pick it up. Do you know anyone who works in what's it called again? Stonemasonry.
There's quite a few of them in town. I know there's a bit of a stonemasons guild that's forming. I believe they're over by the Adventurers Guild, over on the east side of town. They have. There was some. It's a very common pastime for archaeomancers, apparently, and there's a lot of stonework around town, so they've sort of been commissioned to upkeep the aesthetics and keep things looking nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome, dear. What was your name?
Morgana.
Lovely to meet you, Morgana.
She will wave and walk out and head straight towards that stonemasonry guild.
You find a stone building with beautiful carvings and archaeomancy symbols, and a plaque that basically just says, "Sponsored by Governess Eloise Cromwell, High Archaeomancer of Stone."
Morgana will stroll in. Is it like a big open room, or is it the same as the other place?
This one's a bit more cozy. It's got a small sort of reception area that opens into a large kind of warehouse workshop area. There seems to be an old dwarf man whose eyesight seems to be going, sitting at the desk. Oh, hello. What can I help you with?
I need someone who can manipulate stone to build something for me.
You're in the right place. He
I would
uncomfortably
like to
licks his
hire
lips.
one.
Wait, what kind of job are we talking about?
I need to construct a bathhouse.
His imagine for a moment he has like Flint Lockwood's dad, like monobrow, and he just raises up to one side to reveal a cloudy eyeball. And where are you planning to make this bathhouse?
In Zonkiri's fortress.
Disney Pilo Thunder.
The name doesn't ring a bell.
It is called Fort Nix.
Oh.
Give me a vacation.
I love the sound everyone makes when she says Fort Nix. Oh.
Oh shit! That place.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean
You all have
we're
a
told to stay the fuck away from at all costs.
you all have a reputation. You're these eccentric outsiders who came in just before the city like went into the sky, and now you have like this own secluded island, and so they're just like, we don't really want to mess with them. There's whispers on the street that you all might be like secret police.
Hold on. There was also that time where we cured the entire population of lycanthropy.
And there's no proof that you didn't bring it with you.
Yes, there is. They know where it came from.
Rumors spread. It was all a setup for the governors to bring us together. Putting on a tin hat.
Shadow Wizard money game. Love it.
All right, well, I can. What kind of price range are we talking here, and how big are we talking? How many people am I gonna have to commit to this job?
Nobody doing back.
I want it to be pretty.
Yeah, we can do pretty. How big? How much stone we gotta order? How many people I need? And how fast you need it done?
Morgana will count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9.
The other side of the monobrow raises.
Large enough to fit 9 people in it at once.
The eyebrows are raising. Oh. All right. Any particular aesthetic or culture you want us to borrow from, or you want to just hand the creative reins over?
I don't know what an aesthetic is.
He pats you on. He goes to pat you on the back of the hand and misses and taps the table, but doesn't notice. We'll take care of it. So we're sending the bill to Fort Nix.
I will take it.
Well, we'll have to do our quote first. I should be able to get my guys there in the next couple days to look at it, send a quote over, and then we'll go and once you agree to the price, we'll start work.
Address it to me then.
All right. And your name is?
Morgana.
You see, he writes down the most incomprehensible scribbling. All right, Morgana. Got it. At Fort Nix. Again, just incomprehensible scribble. I'll get it sent out to you. Next couple
Thank you.
days. You have a good one.
He will walk out, stand in the middle of the street for a moment, and then with a look of triumph on her face, will just clutch her fist. I did it. Finally, the bathhouse shall be formed.
Our bathes shall be legendary.
The to-do list has been in Morgana's inventory for like a year, and that was one of the first things in there. It's the bathhouse for Andariel.
All right.
Because even before all that, Morgana took note of how much Andariel loved bathhouses.
The longest pull. God, imagine Andariel be like, when did I say that? November 5th, approximately 11 p.m. You said.
Episode 17.
The bathhouse would be nice. Fucking core memory.
You tell me after all the blows to the head, you didn't lose that one? No.
I had a spare drive. Where? Don't ask.
That's where I keep all my memories of you.
It was backed up.
Behind the tattoo.
Oh, God.
And the delay on that is all I wanted. All
right. Morgana shenanigans done. Shoot it back to the fort.
I don't know if I want to commit contract.
Give me a yes or no, because now's your time. If not,
come on, Karen. Do
you
it.
know what? Karen has no idea Morgana did this, so sure.
We cut over to Karen.
Oh. All right. I'm listening.
Uh-huh. All right. So, I'm messaging Connor a couple of things. So, Karen and Catherine are in the kitchen making a meal for everyone. That's just where he's been. He's like, let's see.
Oh,
They're-
I forgot about the robot thing. Just down, Mason's Guild. Ah!
Yeah. I was like, please tell someone, anyone, I'm begging of you. So, while we're cooking, I did miss you. Karen did broach the subject of her
Mhm.
trying to get her on and do her own thing. So he'll throw out the offer of, I mean, the robots have most of their basic needs handled, but you know how living things need care and whatnot. So he was going to hire her to every once in a while just check in with the Bonnie and Clyde. And just spend it because if I remember correctly, you've told me she was a Beastmaster Ranger.
She might have been.
Yeah,
I think so.
it was a while ago.
Yes, she was
Because
a
it made
beast.
a.
That's
Yeah,
why you made the jokes about being her.
Yeah, I was
beast
like, I made bad joke. I remember.
I can
Those
look
are my
after him.
core memories.
I can look after him.
Yeah.
I'll just add him to my list. You know.
Yeah, and then just whenever you can. Yeah, and he'll
want-
hand her.
You want me to take him out for
What?
a ride as well, or?
Sure, they might get a little cooped up. So yeah, if you don't mind.
I don't. I'll probably have to do them one
Yeah.
at a time. Might
Oh,
be
of course.
good
And
to-
what and one's pregnant right now, so yeah.
Oh,
I think it's Clyde for some reason, but
interesting.
mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I'll just add that
So-
to my things.
Sure. Let's see here. Going rate for working for adventurers who don't know how to power their money. Here, and he'll hand her 50 platinum.
As you hold out the bag, she's like currently mixing something. Oh no, you're good. I need something to do anyway.
I can see why your daughter's stressed.
Why is Andy stressed? What do you mean that she's stressed? Is she all right?
Well,
What do you mean? Well,
I
is something
I
wrong with
don't
her?
know.
Tell me.
Not really. I for some reason when you all came back the other day, Morgana looked like she'd been crying. Didn't know she could do that. Andy looked like she had a stress vein. The same one when she gets angry at me. So I imagine she's frustrated. I think she's just
Does
trying
she
to
often
take
have
care of
these
her
kind
mother.
of stress veins?
Not anymore.
What do you mean not anymore?
Well,
Man,
like
picked the wrong dialogue option.
Connor, I've told her this. That
The chair made another leap,
yeah.
guys.
Connor,
Oh god, I'm afraid to move.
be afraid.
I'm
she's forgotten the
standing.
previous dialogue. She's forgotten previous dialogue.
I'm okay.
I believe you.
I was getting out of the chair as it was tipping.
Yeah.
Job.
Uh-huh. Should I wait a second while you collect yourself off?
Now we got standing D&D, fellas.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
So I have told her that Andariel had issues with me early on.
Yeah.
This isn't new.
You didn't say that she's like, she's no longer stressed around me. And she's like, oh, she's no longer stressed. She's a worried mom, and you've got her anxious.
Yeah.
When you were like,
Yeah.
anymore, everything's kept sounding wrong to her.
Well, Karen shrugs and just I keep mixing the mashed potatoes. I mean, that's what most people's kids try and do. Take care of their family.
Well,
So,
she has done plenty to take care of me, and all of you have. And she's like angry whisking now. I appreciate your all sentiments, but then she like
That's why
slams the bowl down. I am fine.
Ma'am, if you don't recall, I've been I've been and am still old. I get I get wanting to get out and doing your own thing. That's why I'm trying to.
I don't need any money for that. I come from the shittiest place you could imagine. Irony is intended.
Amen.
And
Uh-huh.
I am living a wonderful life where I get to be around my daughter, no longer plagued in a brand new healthy body, where all my food's paid for in a wonderful home. I am enjoying my life. I don't need you all to take away my one chance to feel like I can do something by pouring money in my lap. I appreciate it. I do. And I know it comes from a good place. But if I just have 1,000 platinum to my name, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life or my time. For now, this is something to take up some time while I figure things out. So thank you, but no thank you.
Okay.
Would you pass me that baking tin? I need to pour this batter before I over whisk it again.
Here you go. Can you just lean back, stone face, and took that? Right.
Now you see where I get. Now you see where she gets her temperament.
Muttering under his breath, it's hereditary.
And you will continue making your things. Morgana, unaware of her. The last thing I need is for anybody to give me a bunch of money. It'll just take away my purpose. Morgana, give her this.
Give her money.
Hey, I didn't tell them to drop 100 platinum in their lap. I said
Right.
to distribute it as she's working, so it seems reasonable.
Yeah, they'll do their best.
They better not fuck it
up. We will pick up next session as you all make the rolls for combining the chainsaw and the axe.
What, you don't want to stand for another hour and a half, Connor?
No, I do not. Especially as it's getting a little late. We will pick up with that and then immediately jump into the ship flight out towards the time rifts. Unless anybody has anything else they want to add to the docket that I can prepare for.
I'll message you.
Cool. If that's the case, I hope you all had a wonderful time like I did. Shane, you want to do our outro?
We have an outro?
We do now.
All right, everybody, this is Markiplier. Thank you for being here with another episode of Skies and Excordia. And I want to make sure that everyone knows that we love all of our viewers and we love all of our players, and we hope you had a fantastic time watching the video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.